very warm welcome. Even warmer than normal, Jim.
Why is that?
Yeah. Well, I think you'll find a few changes have gone around the place in the studio. Now, if you're listening, you don't get the full experience. Well, that's no problem. We'll try to bring it to you, but we've had an injection of
monies
support. Let's say that. I don't want to make it crude by talking about monies, but thanks to Lost Lager, who are now sponsoring the podcast, and we're flying out with Jim.
It's made an impact, innit? Look at it, even on our set, for you YouTube fans, that is. You can see, yeah. Without them, I think we were struggling, mate, weren't we?
We were, and we were at a point, weren't we, where Rob, the Dickensian producer...
he was under it,
He was under it.
But yeah, that's what the club's about, though. Everyone has to feel a little bit
Absolutely.
of pressure, and you got to produce, and he produced in a moment.
But, and I know people go, oh yeah, of course. Because that's what they do to us all the time, don't they? You put someone up and they go, oh yeah, of course that happened. Oh yeah, of course you did. Of course you invented that. Of course you said that. Of course you, that happened. Of course he was there. But I do actually drink Lost Lager.
No, of course you do.
I do though. But I do though, seriously. I do.
I know you do. I've seen it. I've seen it in your fridge.
I've got it in the fridge.
I know, I've seen it.
I have got it in the fridge.
Yeah, so look, I just want to say a big thanks again to them.
No, you're welcome. Oh, sorry, to them, yeah. No.
To them. I think we both owe them a massive thank you. Great to have a firm, a company like that on board, isn't it?
Absolutely.
John Boy.
Absolutely.
Finally got someone to sponsor us and to help us out and take it to the next level, so thank yous.
Yeah.
That's like that.
Are we spending the money wisely?
Are we?
Absolutely not.
We do it FC Bullard style, kicking it off with a Christmas bash.
Christmas party. I mean,
absolutely.
We've finally secured some investment, and he thinks the best way to use that money is to splash out on a Christmas do.
I did make a quick phone call on the way out. I did say, we're going to put it on a Christmas bash to the Brewdog governor, and he's like, go on, crack on.
Yeah.
So they're all right with it. They're behind us, so
what I do think about that as well is like you're thinking about the fans.
Yeah, mate.
You're thinking about the fans who can come along and see us and see the show and enjoy the party.
We're about numbers. 25,000 subs I see plus. It's a great following. It's a great start for us, isn't it? Our community. It's there. So give them what they want. Party, come and meet us, get involved. It'd be lovely.
I'm the play safe, I'm the play safe guy. You're the like, can we get it and play? I'm like,
well, you're Doff, aren't you?
No, I'm the. Can we just clip it around the corner in the channels?
I love how you like relate it to like your analogies.
Get it in the channels.
Whereas
you're like, give it to me and let me play, and then
just give me a bit of freedom.
Yeah.
Just give me a bit of life involved. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ain't all about the result and the way you play. It's about like going to express yourself. Christmas bash, let's do it. Have you got a place for this yet? Can you?
Well, I have. I've done my due diligence.
Shut up. No, you haven't.
Date? 16th of December.
No, you haven't.
16th of December at the Vaudeville Theatre. That's a proper kind of...
That's a Monday.
Yes, all right. It's around Christmas time, isn't it? It's like all melts into one, doesn't it? Around
Monday,
that time of year.
16th of December at the where?
The Vaudeville.
What's this?
It's a theatre. It's a very well-established theatre.
Harry Potter.
You know the musical Six, which is the story of Henry VIII and his wives.
Yeah.
That's on there at the moment. They're having a night off. They're coming to the party and then
with all their gear
and then they're
on.
back on again at the 17th.
Mate, so good. So where do they get their tickets?
Go to the episode description and you will find links,
all in there.
All those kind of things there in order to,
it's going to be so good.
Get there. We'll put it on the socials.
All right, happy days.
Love it.
Mate, I'm buzzing for this.
Yeah. And Christmas Bash, talking of nights out,
yes,
brings us very nicely on to our next guest,
Go on.
Who's hopefully going to be the social secretary of FC Bullard.
I don't know who it is. Who is it?
Yeah, let's get on with it.
Go on then. You a bit hot in that clobber, John?
No,
you sweet?
I'm fine, mate. Got my jacket on.
Well, yeah.
Got my computer.
Number?
Just a little special. Just a little,
Is it a speciale?
No, it's not. It's a little Palace number. That little Palace number. You might think we're sitting there having a nice, lovely brew. We're not. We're having still water.
Cold still water.
That Rob said, the Dickensian producer. Please decant it. Please, can you decant it into your mug? which we have done. That was the origin of the Dickensian producer Rob.
Yeah, I got it.
That's where it came from.
Really old, isn't it?
But it's a lovely drop of water. Really is.
We have got a guest on, but we're not going to intro him just yet.
No, well, we are, aren't we?
Go on then, straight in.
Yeah, let's get him on. I met our guest.
Yeah. Usually love this guest, by the way, all you listeners.
I'm going to do that thing on. He's just sitting there, but we're going to talk about him. But he can't say anything yet until we intro him. I mean, he can do, but we'll just cut it out. But he always one of my favourites.
Yeah.
When I was at Sky.
Yeah.
One of the nicest.
Not flaky, is he?
Not flaky.
No, a lot
nicest.
Of footballers are flaky.
Took a bit of an interest in you.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, it takes time, mate.
Was always very popular wherever he was at clubs.
Always looks fresh.
You know what? Very healthy. He's always got a little bit of a glow up, like a little Ready Brek glow up.
Yeah.
You know,
Why is that, Joe?
I don't know. He's just got good skin. Just doesn't age either.
No.
Doesn't age.
Great player as well.
Excellent footballer.
About. Yeah.
We're going to get into all of that.
Yeah.
Get into all of that.
I want to play him up a bit more.
So, it's a little bit controversial, this one, I think.
It is, yeah. It's a little bit poachy.
The dark arts. I think we're going to have to employ those. I mean, it's an audacious bid. It's an audacious bid.
It's a good move, though, isn't
for a big name player, a marquee signing in the podcast world, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think these are the sort of things that we need to do if we are going to achieve what we want from FC Bullard.
Okay.
So he is 33%, 1/3 of Crouchy's podcast, alongside Chris Stark.
Yeah.
He is the one and only
Stevie Sidwell.
That's the best intro I've ever had.
Is it?
Sidders! Good, wasn't it?
I'm not even blushing. This is my actual natural colour as well.
But look at you though. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's radiant.
Do you have a
Regime.
No.
Just old school.
Just natural.
Do you wash your face?
God, are you fucking right? Of course I wash my face. Sponsored by Elemis.
Oh yeah.
What? No.
He is now.
No, yeah. I use Elemis cream. My mum always used to say, make sure you cream because you will crack one day.
Yeah.
Oh, look, listen, I do all that, but I don't...
He does.
Work.
He just wanted
There's no
someone
work
else
done.
to lead it so you could jump on the back.
There's no work or sunbeds. That's the key.
But anyway, thank you so much for coming on.
Oh,
you can have a nice chinwag.
He's just come from his other podcast.
I know. Let's talk about that. With Crouchy, right?
Yes, yeah.
How's that going? You must.
It's
a
brilliant.
crack, isn't it?
It's brilliant. It's one of them where it feels like there's no cameras, there's no mics. You're just chatting around a table in a pub. So that's why it's easy. So he asked me to go on as a guest
because you're really close to him,
last year. Yeah. Obviously played with him.
Yeah.
Grew up with each other in terms of same sort of era, same age group. And then he asked me to go on as a guest last year. Just sort of connected, and he was like, "Look, do you want to come on and do it like for the foreseeable?" And I was like, "Mate, listen, I'd love to," and I've enjoyed it.
It's Starkey.
I love it.
Yeah, Starkey's great.
Class,
yeah. So he's the one that keeps us online.
Yeah.
We go off piste.
Use
you
go
do.
Otherwise, wouldn't you?
Oh, don't. We have topics probably like you do. You have topics every one, and then we just go. We go AWOL.
Yeah. Well, the good thing about ours, though, the lucky thing, I suppose, that we are a club. We're trying to build our football club. I.e., why we got you. Yeah. So we have a little bit of a topic, but you just are out there, aren't you?
Yeah.
Love
and
it.
there's we have fun.
We need to find a role for you.
Yeah.
Within the club.
Mm-hmm.
Now, obviously, if you want to pop your copers on and have a run out and
I feel like
play.
you're saying I'm not good enough for that.
No. I mean, look, we've only got one player at the minute, so everyone's getting a game at this stage. I'll be getting a game, but we you know what we're looking at, Steve, is someone who's going to bring myriad qualities to FC Bullard, and you've got a lot of strings to your bow. What we were talking about away from the playing side, Jim was talking about someone who kind of can be like that, the gel, the glue that brings everyone together. Like you called it like is it a cohort? Do you use the word consortium?
Every club you go at, there's like a main hub of players, isn't there? That sort of we'd say sort of run your change room for you, like organise nights out. You're the heartbeat of the football club within the footy club. Like, I'm the president basically. Mm-hmm. I need someone in the football club, in that dressing room. If you're not happy with the way things are going, I need to hear a little bit back. So, not as a grass.
I was going to say. Where's this going here? The rat?
No.
You might as well put the rat above the fucking
No, it's not that. It's not that. You've taken it the wrong way.
Because I don't care if you don't come tell me anything, really. But I see you as every club you've been at, you've been a heartbeat. You know, you like a night out, don't you?
I was head of socials, most of them.
I mean, that's what we're getting at.
That's what I'm getting at, yeah. I couldn't find the words.
We're sort of skirting round it, but yeah.
No, but I don't want... You're a hell of a player still. Do you still... You look trim.
Yeah,
Can you still do a bit?
Yeah, 1,000,000%.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Centre midfield?
I listened to Coley's episode, right, on the way up.
Go on.
And what a player he was as well, by the way.
Yep.
Joe.
Right, talk about you first, then we'll get back on.
Well, no, because obviously there was a bit in it, and you was both saying about could he play now? I think it was a bit where could he play now?
Yes.
And back then, obviously, he was getting decapitated, and he was a maverick, a flared player. And he was like, and I think you touched on, there was some midfielders out there that just sort of like went around smashing people, and that was me.
but see, I don't find you was better than that.
No, I was. So that I just done the basics really well.
Yes.
Like I knew I had to just give it to the good players.
Yes.
Like, I weren't a flared player. I weren't going to do step overs. Obviously, when you're having a good game and confidence is up high, then you might try a few things here and there. You might try a little Cruyff and wheel. But the nuts and bolts of it was always win it back.
Yes.
Tackle hard, because in them days as well, you could and also I think tackling as well is a skill. Like people would just go around, people think, people can tackle. Like tackling's a skill. There's lots of different types of tackles. You can go into a tackle, and I know I could come out with the ball easily. I could go into a tackle and I could go into like force someone to get injured. Yeah, I could. There's different ways around it. So I was just one of them players that just was reliable, fit, could trustworthy on a pitch. Where if the managers give instructions or tell me once, it's done.
Right. Yeah.
And that was it. And then I used to give it to your Joe Coles or your flair players that will go and win a game.
I think your personality. You're definitely underselling yourself.
A little bit, but also that I know what Stevie's saying there. There's a skill in everything. Like even to that, taking on information from a gaffer, that wasn't a skill I had. But that's a skill in itself. Certain players just don't do that very well, do they?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Yeah. And the gaffer doesn't feel at warmth by telling me that, but he'd go up to Stevie and he might not even have to have an armband. I need that done.
Yeah.
I can get whatever that is, and you would fix that, right? And it, as you said, be done. Well, that's a skill that, without a shadow of a doubt.
I've asked Jim this, and I've got an opinion on it. And if you were at your prime, let's say now, when would you say you were at your peak?
Playing wise or fitness wise?
Oh, just
you as a.
I'd say probably where I felt invincible was when I was on the cusp of when I just left Reading and I went to Chelsea.
Right. Okay. So let's say that prime Steve Sidwell there. How would you have? Let's agree that football has changed, right?
Yeah.
Football has changed. The game has changed. Things have changed. The way teams play, rules, and all that. Do you think that you would have been a better player now in this era? Does that make sense?
The way I played then?
Yeah.
Now.
So my thinking is, I think Jimmy, if Jimmy was catapulted into parachuted into the Premier League now at his prime, it would suit him so much more because the game is different. So would you?
I don't think I could have played now.
Why?
Just because of my side, even though I was probably... Because the way the game was played then, where you could be a bit more forceful, I could read the game. I could read the game really well, and I could do that now. But even the tackles now, you do you see people getting pulled up at left, right, and centre. And I don't think I would have been able to get to grips of changing my game.
Got you.
To suit now. I don't think I could have done it personally.
But what you could have kept the ball for fun. It's like you're playing in a good team, and because I've got to remember that other people aren't coming in and smashing you either.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested.
So that side of the game,
Yeah.
I think 100%, like not a problem. I could receive the ball, I could pass the ball, like short passes, long passes. But my absolute super strength was reading the game. I could tell you 3-4 passes before it's even happened where it's going to go, and I'd sort of bait it to go there, and I could just go there, nick it, get it. Whether that's just going to be get off little weights and then give it to my teammates. I used to thrive on that. That used to be for me like scoring a goal. I did.
That was my question. Did you used to buzz off that? Was that your like that?
Because I knew that was my role, and if I didn't do that in games and the game bypassed me, I'm like, mate, what are you doing? You need to start getting like stamping authority.
Yeah.
I used to look at the start of the game and go, right, as soon as he gets a touch, I'm ironing this one out. I'm on him. I'm a rash.
Yeah.
So I think obviously we had a question on the podcast the other day about oppositions. Who did you most get the one over in your position?
Yeah.
I didn't really get one over on most of them, but I'd like to think that whenever someone come up against me, they'd be like, I want to get no time on the ball. So whatever I do, it's got to be quick. It's got to be sharp. If I have a loose touch, you got a chance of, being put on your arse.
Were you a harsh critic of yourself? So if you'd had a not a great afternoon, would you have been?
Yeah, I was bad.
Would you? And how long would you dwell on it?
Not overly long.
No.
Not overly long. By the time Monday come, I'd be back in training. I'd be like, right, come on, let's get. Even if
you have to though, don't you?
Yeah, you do. And it's easy to reset. You just get programmed as a player to just reset, don't you?
Yeah.
But I remember one game always sticks out. We played West Brom at home, and I was at Fulham. Played really, really well. Scored. Had family up in the box. Go up there, and someone come to watch me. I hadn't played, and come to watch me. They hadn't seen me for a while. And he was like, "Mate, what a fucking great game you had." He's like, "I was like taken away, brilliant." And I was like, he was like, "What?" And I was like, that square ball I done got cut out, and they broke, and they nearly scored.
It just sits.
And that one thing, and he was like, he could not believe it. He said, "You winding me up?" I was like, "Nah," because it was just simple.
Yeah.
It was just a simple thing. And he said, "But you scored. Like you played like you man a match, like announcement stadium." And I was like, just
them little things just to bite away at you.
Yeah, and I think sometimes it can be a hindrance, but sometimes for me and the way I grew up and my upbringing, things like that got me to where...
Absolutely. That's got you to where you are, because you're a
100%.
perfectionist in a sort of way.
Yeah.
But just going back in your career, and you, as you said, you carved yourself out as that kind of player, and you used to bait it. I love all that chat. When you moved on, and that Chelsea move that you had, because I'm trying to remember the era and the players you had with. Was you there when Makelele was there or not?
Yeah, so Jose signed me 2007, so in midfield.
And by the way, this is... I don't want to skip all your other bit of career, which was amazing.
We'll do that. We'll go to that.
We'll go back to that. But when you... that bait up bit I grabbed on...
Yeah.
Was there players that you learnt off even to the next level there when you went? Talk to me about that.
So, just midfield alone, there
What
was Makelele, Essien, Ballack, Lampsey, Mikel.
I thought my West Ham was strong. That is liberties.
Mikel, Diarra, Lasana Diarra.
Yeah.
Mate, say the Kings.
I know. Yeah.
Can you just tell me, like
solid.
How comes I never heard of him before he put it through my legs 44 times?
And when I was there, obviously Jose, he was outcast. He was like, because he went to Portsmouth, I think, after that.
Yes.
He wasn't even playing, and I was like, mate, if he can't get in his team, I've got no chance. So that was just midfield. So even little things that I learned, and again, this might seem so easy and just think, when someone comes to shut you down, or when you're in the circles and that. Like if you did a pass and they used to cut it out, you think, fuck, like they used to just flick it over, like a little scoop.
Oh, like
just the little one just over your foot.
Do you know the elites? Why was that? The elites used to do that, because do you know what that? You can't lift your leg up quick enough, can you? It's no higher than your knee though, was it?
Yeah.
It's like a little. Just a little ding,
and you're not stitching your teammate out. It just goes to them perfect. I'm 24, and I've
never seen that pass. That's nuts, that, isn't it?
So that side of it, on watching him like training wise, I picked loads up. But more so, being in that dressing room was seeing your Drogbas, your JTs, Lampsey, Makelele.
Who was a joke in training, Sidders? Who was like, just training, we get on the game, who was a joke? Who did you glue to? Was there anyone you went, I love being around him because of this or whatever?
Drogba was not so much in training. He'd go through, he'd have the laces undone, he'd work hard, he'd train, but you always knew he weren't 100%, he'd be 80%, because you knew on a game day, though, he was just there. And in cup finals, he was there.
Yeah.
I know everyone says this, but Frank Lampard was just someone just that trained. And again, he opened my eyes to go, that's the level where if you want to get to, you've got to repeat that. You've got to copy him. And he just loved training. If he left,
stay behind all the time.
All the time.
It's a joke.
All the time. Yeah, do little shuttle runs.
Him and his dad used to stay behind half an hour, and his dad would do like volleys and headers. He would work on his headering, running backwards, and then he'd do like.
He'd get the spikes on when he'd do the runs.
Doggies.
And stuff.
He'd have spikes on, getting quicker and quicker, mate. Yeah. He was a joke. His training, his mentality, and just his hunger for the train. It wouldn't be a long time after. It was like half hour, 20 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever he needed. But it's every day, mate. I was like. He's an animal.
Relentless.
Machine. Yeah.
Relentless.
Was he like that even at Chelsea when he peaked?
Yeah, he was like it all the time. And JT would stay out and they'd do it, and they'd be like, this is the bar, this is what it's like week in, week out. And it's no fluke that Frank's like the all-time Chelsea goal scorer. And the goals that he scored, like the ones that just bobbled into the far corner, or he'll drag, some of them were drag shots, but some of them were meant. They're like, everything was always planned to a T. And I was always watching that going, he's getting every ounce out of his career. Every ounce. And obviously he got built up from Jose that made him feel brilliant. But, you know, when you're riding that wave and that confidence he had, I had that probably the season before or the season before that at Reading when I was at
flying,
that one there. So it was, go in there, open up my eyes like you can't believe.
And training with him day in, day out was
Well, the training, to be fair, when I went pre-season, honestly, it probably took me to the start of the season.
What's the difference then?
Just fast. Like, Jim, you can imagine that, no disrespect to Reading, and the team that we had there, and we'll probably touch on it in a bit, there was no egos, we was all just probably good championship like players that done really well, got promoted, then done really well in the first year of the Prem. But that next level, everything's quicker, everything's like short, sharp, crisp. It's like a computer game where just everything's like press A. Like it's like to the feet, like just in front, the detail and everything. If you're marked, give it to me. It's like, you know, it took me a while to go, wow, this is the next step.
Yeah.
So, and you used to come in as well. The best thing was, you used to come in after training, take your boots off and just sit there and go. You just look up and you just go, that was good, that one.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when you used to come in from a few like ones and just go, like that was good.
It today.
Like not just yourself, like the whole one, like
everyone.
You look up, you look at it, you'd like a JT and you or Lampard,
really?
It'd be raining or like you're just dripping a bit of rain and you go, that was good that day, wasn't it? Like the standard, the quality, you'd be like,
really?
If we
you have them off in them moments.
Yeah, there'd be like once every couple of weeks where, you know, like where just everything was just driven at it, crisp, and you go, God, if we play like that.
You know what? That
really,
what that shows me as well, and I think that a lot of football fans and the general public forget is, like, players actually, a lot of them absolutely adore football and love football, and to have that feeling, like training, doing that with those players and sitting around there, and you know, you've got Drogba there, Lampard, you know, McAllister, whatever. It's like it's the enjoyment of the game. It's like I think a lot of people think that professional footballers, they just sort of, they maybe rock up and train, and you know, they don't do too much, and then they turn up on a Saturday. You know, it's like
you still get a few of them, and it's each to their own. Like, everyone's different. There's a few players I know that as I'm coming in from the training pitch, and I might have done 10 minutes after training, they're showered, they're done, they're gone. Like, and that's not just a one-off where they might have a meeting or it's every day. But that's the makeup. Where you get some people, like, my football journey wasn't when I was at Arsenal, when I was a youth team player. My journey when I was 5. I look back to, not that I was going to be a footballer when I was 5. What I mean is that was the process then. That was the starting blocks.
Okay. So as a kid, as a 5-year-old, it was always put in you going to be a pro, like you.
Yeah, well, not as a 5-year-old. Just grew up as, like, I grew up in South London. Dad was a scaffolder.
Yeah. Is your brothers as well scaffolders?
Yeah, my brother's a scaffolder. Still is. Like, so I grew up, first 5-a-side teams in Mitcham.
Yeah.
Like, loved it. Just loved football. So my brother was playing at the time. He was sort of in and out of Palace. He had later on, a few years after that, he broke his leg fib and tib, done his knee twice, so he sort of had to curve that one. And I was just in goal. He'd just throw me in goal in the garden, like when I was a young kid, and just larrick balls at me, and I'm just trying to save him and that, and I'd try and come out of pitch, and he'd just try. But I think that's what made me like quite physical.
Hardier. Yeah, of course it was.
So that natural side of it, of just again of reading the ball coming up, like people I used to tackle people. I never, like my mum and dad's got all the videos, but I used to tackle people, and people used to come around to my mum and dad and go, "This kid should be locked up. He's been he's escaped from the zoo." Like, honestly, it was mad because my dad used to say, and when I watch videos of it now, I'm like, it's like a mini adult playing a young.
Really?
Yeah, like I could
Aggressive
head the ball. You could kick the ball up 100 foot in the air, and I'm 6-7 years old, and I could get underneath it and just go bang.
Where other kids are ducking that.
Yeah, and then tackles, I could just read it. It was that was my natural super strength as a young kid. So then I got picked up at Arsenal when I was 9 years old.
Yeah.
So I was living in Croydon, and fair play to my mum and dad. We was going round to Highbury at the JVC Centre, at the back of the North Bank, twice a week. School of Excellence, because we didn't play games, Jim, same as you. You probably went training, but you never played the games on the weekend. You could still play for your Sunday league team back then. And then you'd meet up at Arsenal every school holiday. So I was there from 9 years old, and then went the whole way through, literally YTS.
You had a great team on the way through then.
Yeah, so our youth team was, so going through Arsenal, we had the best football education ever. Like there was no one that could touch Arsenal in the whole country. It was the number one. Whereas now every academy is sort of saying they've all got a school, they've all got this, like good facilities.
You were known, I remember.
Arsenal was known as the number one.
Yeah.
So our youth team, the stats in probably every one or two in a squad of a youth team go on to make it. But we had one or two that didn't.
Really? Wow.
As a pro footballer that had a good career. So we had obviously Graham Stack, Moritz Volts, Ben Chorley, John Halls. This is our youth team.
Yeah,
right?
Go on.
Graham Stack, Moritz Volts, Ben Chorley, John Halls, Jerome Thomas, Jermaine Pennant, me, Rowan Ricketts, David Bentley, Jay Bothroyd, Joe Kafur.
They all cracked it.
Yeah.
You don't get that.
No.
That is outrageous.
Yeah. So we won the youth cup back to back.
Yeah,
breezed it.
Yeah,
breezed it. We didn't lose a game. We lost one game in 2 years. That was 5-1 to Bristol City. And Don Howe was our manager. And again, I say about the best football education. We had Liam Brady, Don Howe. I had George Armstrong when I was really young. Neil Banfield, and Don Howe ripped us a new one. And he was like, "You are the Arsenal." He said, "Never forget that." And he said, "Never underestimate an opponent like that again."
Because we got 5-1 drumming.
It was away at Bristol City, just one of the ones where we got off the bus,
turn up, and boom, got ironed.
Yeah. Did you ever see much of Liam Brady from his playing days?
Yeah. So I know a lot about Liam.
Yeah.
And again, Liam, I always found with Liam that because of the player he was, and again, we said to Joe Cole about being a maverick. He was a maverick. Yeah. So I always used to feel like, even at a young age, I remember I was like, he don't rate me. He does. I don't think he likes that sort of player that I was. He loved the flair player, the ones that
Liam,
could
we're talking about Brady.
Liam Brady, yeah,
gotcha.
He loved them players that could unlock a pass, that vision. And so that again was one of the ones that drove me. I was like, I need to impress him. Because he was never one that would give encouragement, not encouragement, but just say well done. If you give a pat on the back, it'd be like,
it had to be special. It had to be special.
Yeah. So that was our youth team the whole way through, and then the majority of us as well signed pro there. But I remember being a pro at Arsenal, and again, it was the right place, just the wrong time. Because the first team at the time, I had.
Go on, talk to me.
They was. What was it was the main
era? Was it the Invincible era?
No, just before that. So it was like they'd done the double 98. So you had everyone. So my two in front of me was Manu Petit and Vieira. And then my second year or third year was Gilberto Silva and Edu. So I had 4 World Cup winners.
What's it like going down the old Highbury them days? Sidders watching them, you as a youth with all the track it up.
I loved it.
Was you boot boy then? Have you been a boot boy? You'd clean all the change rooms, doing all that? Did you do Patrick's boot? Oh, mate, talk to me about that, because that feeling in itself growing up as a kid is just immense.
I loved it. I loved going every day, like doing the dressing rooms, getting the stuff ready, first team equipment, cleaning the boots. I remember doing Patrick's boots once. go in and I remember doing them lovely. I thought I've done them. They're perfect.
Really,
right?
I love all this.
Next morning, the kit man's gone. I've gone, what? He went, you've done Patrick Boots yesterday? I was like, yeah. He went, he's after you. So I've gone, oh no. And back then, like obviously, when you're a youth team player, you didn't even speak to a first team player. If you had to go in their dressing room, you'd knock, open up, and then wait to go in.
I'll feel it out.
Yeah, so. Anyway, Patrick's come and found me, and he's gone, you done my boots yesterday? I was like, yeah, I done them yesterday. I left them on there. He was like, yeah, I know you left them on there. He said, how much fucking water have you cleaned them with? He said, they're soaking wet.
Really?
And they're just like, I was like, all right, okay. But they were brilliant with us.
Yeah.
Patrick, Thierry, Dennis, like they always.
I bet you're air drying them the week after, weren't you?
Honestly, they was pristine. He said it tongue in cheek, but
of course.
And I remember once
he didn't want wet boots, Sidders, did he?
And I remember we done a little shadow play before they had a Champions League game on a Wednesday night. So they used us pros on a Tuesday. So it was a bit of shadow play, It was a bit of drizzle come down this training pitch, and we was only like the mannequins, but they was doing the sort of patterns of play past us. So there's one that's just got. So he's coming to Vieira, he's just let one loose. So I've just come in and I just gone bang, taking him out. Right, he's fell on top of me. All the first team boys have all gone, hold up. And I remember being there, and he just went, wah, and I just got yanked up by my collar, and he just went, great tackle, son.
Did he?
Brilliant.
Oh, I love that. Did he really?
It was like brilliant. Yeah. It was so good. But all them little things were just.
That's great.
It was
cracking.
It was good. And also, so you can imagine now, I'm a young pro at Arsenal, right? We've not lost a game in however many years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm thinking, I'm a million miles away from the first team. I'm training with them, but we're training the reserves. But what was good, and again, I think all these little 1%ers all count, was even though I was a young pro at Arsenal, my dad was still grafting, obviously he was scaffolding, and my brother was scaffolding, and my cousins and my uncles were. So when I had a day off, I'd be like, I've got a day off tomorrow, brilliant. I'd be on the train on the way home going, I can just chill out tomorrow. Weren't very often you got a day off. So at dinner time, my dad would go, I was training today, yeah, done this, Oh, I'm off tomorrow, Dad. He'd go, oh, nice one, brilliant. So honestly, I'll be at bed, 4:30 a.m, crash, the door goes open, light goes on, come on, up we go. I'm like,
brilliant.
No, I'm like, all days.
I was hoping you said that.
Yeah, I'm like,
he's keeping you real.
I've got a day off. Then he goes, no, there's no days off in here, son. Bang, I'm up, down the yard,
take you on the
loading
site.
the racks, try and lift long ones up, box of fittings here, there. And he's like, mate, I promise you, if you don't make it, you're doing this. He said, because I'm doing it, your brother's doing it, your uncle's your cousin, so it's up to you.
Do you reckon he's took you out there because showing you that football, everyone's dreaming, he's left a bit of a scare?
Yeah.
Because my dad done that with me in decorating, you know. But I'm not saying decorating's in the same league as scaffies, mate. They're random walks, mate, isn't they?
I see people doing scaffolding and I'm like, honestly,
he's
like, that is such. I can't imagine how hard that is.
Imagine January frosty morning.
Oh my God!
Been in the yard, they're all frozen, they're known as they're just a beast of the trades.
Yeah.
They're a beast tradesmen. And so that Arsenal, that's just amazing to talk about. Like, I love them sort of stories. Did you bump into Wenger at the time and stuff?
Yeah.
What was he like?
Yeah, so we like that. We had the spell where it was the old Arsenal.
Yeah.
So that sort of drinking culture and going out to the new regime.
Mercer?
No, Merce just left.
Right.
But when I was a youngster, I used to go in. So again, when I was like a schoolboy at 14, I could go, when I had a few days off of school or school holidays, I would go in and train with the YT boys because I was sort of physical enough or big enough that I could go in. So when you're in with the YT lads, you still see all the first team.
Right.
So you still see Wrighty, Merce. And
wow.
So I see that era of like where it was just proper old school.
Yeah,
still the Arsenal, but proper old school.
Right.
And then when I started full-time YT, that's when Wenger come in. And then you could see it was like
big change.
Nutrition. And again, it's the norm now, right? But then back then it was like tablets, creatine, nutrition. The whole canteen got sort of redone. Yeah. I remember we were looking out the YTS boys, the academy lads, would look out the window of our dressing room and seeing all the mats laid out and all the yoga stretching. Imagine watching Martin Keown for the first time try stretching. Mate, this was the youth team. Like we was in hysterics. We out the window go, big giraffe. He's like looking, that face. He's like, who's that?
Brilliant.
So yeah, we see all that change, and again, when you're in it, and you just become tunnel vision, you just become, this is the norm, but it's not until you leave. So I went on loan to Brentford to get first team experience, and like the best shower there. Like, so you can imagine, I've come from Arsenal, underfloor heating, all your kit's done, it's all laid out, flip flops is there, the canteen's like a gourmet restaurant. Go to Brentford, kit man goes bosh.
That'd been Brentford back in the day, by the way.
Back in the day. Make sure this is washed every day. Showers are over there, get changed. So you go into the dressing room, all obviously full of men. There's like the best shower, I swear, was a hose that come out of a hot tap out the ceiling.
Yeah.
For some reason, someone must have known a plumber. She's like, mate, do this, just wrangle up a little bit, get some hot water coming out of this pipe there. But them little things there, I loved. I thrived off that, and I think that's why when I went on loan, I think a lot of them players took a liking to me because they didn't see some flash kid out of Arsenal going. I was like, you get them.
So when you were at Reading, who was at Reading with you? Just
Steve Copper was my manager.
Right, okay. Yeah. But in terms of the players, who was...
players. So the team that went up, it was Marcus Hanneman, Murty, Nicky Shorey, Inga Marson, Sonko, me, James Harper, Stephen Hunt.
Murty was so busy, weren't he?
Yeah,
he was busy, Proper, he was like the club skipper, wasn't he?
Club skipper, a little bit parched, I mean, all over the gaffer, just made sure he played every week. We had Kitson, Doyle, Lita.
Yeah.
Just
good team.
A solid team.
We played,
you were the boys, weren't you, Wigan? You was like, we were striving to get to you lot. Yeah.
Right, okay.
That's some good ding dongs.
We did have some good ding dongs, yeah. It was epic because I think you was our last game of the season. We got promotion against you.
Yeah,
I remember that game.
Last game of the season.
Against yous, yeah,
I scored in that game.
Did you?
Scored that game, yeah.
Wow.
Who's the nutcase you had in that team? Solid.
I think I'm right.
Solid.
Left winger. Lee McCulloch?
Lee McCulloch.
Yeah, we told a story about it. Yeah, mate, people don't realise like how hard he was.
Oh, he was hard as nails.
Yeah.
He was
but he
hard
wasn't one that
nails.
Just got under the radar, isn't it?
Yeah, but they're the worst.
Yeah.
The ones that don't like you will never get a mouthpiece off Lee.
No.
He ain't going to tell you he's eyeing you up. He's just going to pitch that up there. Watch this. But no, he was
proper team.
Yeah, we had a proper outfit. I love that.
Do you remember playing against Jim then? Do you remember coming up against
Jim
him
at Wigan?
Yeah.
And
I remember coming against you.
I mean, playing, it was one of them ones. I was always focused on who I was going to play with. And again, back then, there was no real analysis, was there? You just watch Cops used to do the analysis on a VHS. He'd do his own, he'd somehow get videos of the teams, and it'd be VHS would go in and he'd wheel the TV out. You know, the old TV in the school.
I love that. Yeah.
It was in the school TV. He'd wheel this TV out.
Expecting Bungle and Zippy to go.
All of a sudden, he'd press
steps over Brookside, Steve. What are you playing at?
He presses play, and all of a sudden, you know, that crackiness is at the start of it.
Would I come up? Would I?
Yeah, they'd be like, right, these are their set pieces they might do. Or
what did he say about me?
And I can't remember. Fucking Jim Harvey. Yeah. It was like, so I used to be like, anything that come out of midfield players, I'd be right, okay, just to, like, again, not give them no time, just get all over them, or if they favoured a certain way, because you get to know players at the end. So you get to know, like when I was playing against Carrick or Gerrard, you'd know that Carrick would let it run across his body, or Stevie would take his first touch like inside and then go around the corner with his outside of his foot. Do you know what I mean? You start reading a lot of that, like, their traits. So I been playing against you lot a lot of the time at Wigan. But I think I was also on the bench when you done your knee at Villa. Did you do your knee at Villa?
I did do my knee at Villa, yeah.
Is that when you come back and you done it again?
Yeah.
Or was it the first time?
No. I come back, done my right knee, come back, I've gone up for an header against James Milner, gone over the top of him and done my left knee ligament. Yeah, I remember. And I tried to get back up and it buckled on me.
I remember seeing that. And I can remember, I didn't know you then. We'd met, hadn't we? Yeah. But I remember being so gutted for you.
The whole stadium was Fenners.
Yeah.
Because I remember warming up. I was warming up at the time, and then it's one of them ones where you go back because you come off, you got stretchered off, or you got off, and you went straight down to the tunnel. Yeah. I remember coming back up to the dugout because you obviously got a ripple because everyone knew you was a good player. You was like a likeable character, and I was like, "Has he done it?" And they was like, "Oh, I reckon it's gone again." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Yeah. No, it's
so it was one of them. So that was only I didn't play after the Wigan one, and I left Reading. I didn't get a chance to play against you again.
Yeah. So, I remember we come up against each other. You, the boy in centre midfield. Harper. Yeah. Good player he was.
Harper was the year above me at Arsenal. So again, they had a good.
Did he come from Arsenal?
Yeah.
That's a joke.
Yeah.
He used to love a low sock, didn't he?
Low sock, yeah.
He was a low sock dweller, which didn't happen back in the day.
Low sock dweller.
He was. I was like, oh, I like him. Look, he must be a player.
He was a trailblazer for low socks.
He was, weren't he? Yeah. He was like the start of it. Yeah. This episode of FC Bullard is brought to you by Sky Bet.
Yep, Bully, and just like FC Bullard, Sky Bet is for the fans, and it's time for this week's Sky Bet Fans View question. And here it is. Which of these is the most impressive achievement? Arsenal's invincible season in 2003-2004 or Manchester City's treble in 2022-23? I'm going to let you kick this one off, Bully.
I'm going to have to go invincible.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's a tough question because doing a treble's phenomenal, but I just think it was so good the way they done it.
To go a whole season undefeated is quite
frightening.
Incredible.
A lot of it was comfortable as well, weren't it?
Do you
get what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think they were so good back then. The way City done that, the treble I get, and I'm a massive City fan, so I'm not a fan, but I love following them. It's like my second club follow what Pep's done up there. Do you get what I mean? But
do you think anyone will do it again? I think someone will. I think
yeah,
there's more chance of someone doing the treble, I think, than anybody going a whole season undefeated in the Premier League, I think.
I do, yeah. I just think it's too tough now. Do you get what I mean? I just think there's always going to be a game or two you're going to slip up on.
Yeah.
I'll say that, but just see. Has City lost yet?
No.
I think if anyone's going to do it, it'll be City.
Yeah.
At this next couple of years under Pep. But I think you're right. I think that's harder.
Yeah.
I think the treble is slightly easier, yeah. Bayer Leverkusen done it last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
But that ain't in the Premier League. And I think the Premier League's tough. I think we'd all agree on that.
Yeah, I'm not an expert of any sort of football, and I wouldn't know how strong the Bundesliga is.
But to do it, even Leverkusen to do it, unbelievable.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
amazing.
Phenomenal. But I just doing it in the Premier League is a different beast, in my opinion.
I think the quality of teams,
the bottom half quality
throughout, is so much stronger now. Teams are better, they're fitter. I think they're more tactically astute.
Yeah.
So I think it would be very, very difficult
100%
to go unbeaten again. So I think we're in agreement on that one, Jim.
Yeah.
Which is nice, isn't it? Enjoyed it, Jim. That was this week's Sky Bet Fan View. Remember, Sky Bet is for the fans. 18 plus, begambleaware.org, and remember, as always, please gamble responsibly.
Just to go back on your Arsenal days, you said two names to me that really stand out: Stacky and Bents. Right? And I'm addicted to David Bentley, by the way. I think he's magic, and he's got screw loose, as we all know. But what was it like? What were they like that back then, or did they grow into what?
No, it was like it back then. Yeah,
really.
It was like it. There was. I've known Stacky for years. Right, we've grown up together. Literally, he got scattered for Arsenal as a midfield player.
Shut up.
Got scattered for Arsenal.
Did he?
No. He was. Well, he used to play midfield, right, with me for Surrey, because he used to live. I think he used to live in Hounslow, but he went to a school in Surrey.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he actually got scattered, but the reason when he went to Arsenal was when he, I think he was at a Bob Wilson soccer camp or something like that,
right.
And he was like, "Oh, well, I could be a keeper." So there was two different times, but I think he actually got scattered for Arsenal to say, "You're decent."
And he told me a story once. Was you there? You might not have been there. When he sold all like the Gucci shoes and the
well, listen, I was there.
Is he like the devil boy?
Mate, imagine that we're at London Colney. Like you've got Robbie Perez, you got Dennis Bergkamp, you got them all up there in the, like literally on the other side of this wall, and there's him with his Citroen Saxo with the boot open. He's got
Louis.
He's got Gucci like all boxed up 9.5. What do you want? 9.5? I got no 9.5. It's got 9. You're fit into a 9. You're fit. Nah, they won't stack here. I'll get you 9.5 next week. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's
all
the
the belts,
blinder.
everything. Yeah.
And then Bentley, what was he like?
Bence was like again
player though, right?
Like again a maverick. Like he was just one of them ones that would listen to instructions, but when he's on the pitch, he's just doing his own thing. Like he was one of the first ones that I see whip a ball in with his right foot from a corner. It'll go out the other side, and he'll just jog across the pitch, and he'll just whip it exactly the same with his left foot.
No fear.
Like, exactly. It was just so natural.
Balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a good player. But that we had a whole mix and a blend of talent, mavericks.
Lunatics.
We had, we all used to travelling together. So we'd all get dropped off.
What do you mean?
So back then, because where London Comedy was, not many people drove. So what we'd do is we'd get on the team bus, we'd go back to Highbury, because we had to take the kit and drop the kit off at Highbury to be cleaned. So we'd all go to Arsenal tube station, and then we'd all travel on the tube. So you can imagine the carriage full of us lot was just
carnage.
Nuts every day.
Carnage.
It
What
was
great
so
days.
good.
Where was the best social? Which club do you have the best socials?
Reading got to be in it.
Oh, it's hard. Villa was good. Do you know what? I'm lucky enough that every dressing room I was at, every club that I was at, I enjoyed.
Yeah.
Right now, whether that was through either playing or some clubs not playing, but the dressing room I looked forward to going in every day, because every dressing room, whether it was at Villa, Stoke was a blinding dressing room as well.
Yeah.
So
Who was there, Stoke? Really lost some names for me.
Stoke we had
just to get me in that era. I'm crap with years.
Yeah. So Stoke was me, Crouchy, Glenn Johnson, Glenn Whelan, John Walters.
It's a great
side.
It's a great
Side as well.
fight ball, isn't it?
Yeah. Marco
Is
Arnautovic.
Walters that art? Like everyone I see say he's fucking nails,
Waltz,
Jim.
yeah.
Like you can't, because
Yeah.
I bumped into him in a few PFA gigs,
Yeah.
and he's like having a beer, and I'm trying to wait up, and all my boys go, "Don't wind him up, Jimmy. We'll just crack you." And I'm going, "No, he won't." Oh mate,
Yeah.
he turned on me one day. Oh, best give that one a fucking swerve, Sidders. He can go,
yeah,
can't
he can. He can. He's one of the ones where in your dressing room he was brilliant.
Yeah.
You're playing against him, you're like,
Yeah.
You're up
gonna be
again.
hard.
You wouldn't look at him though, and the way he speaks, and you wouldn't think he.
no, he don't. He's just
They're the
that's
real
best
dealers.
thing.
Yeah. They are your real deal hard men. The ones that don't have to buy, they just do in the moment, and you're like, oh fuck that. But blind.
Yeah.
So really, Stoke. Yeah, that sounds a great social.
Stoke was
up
good.
there. Could you not get away with a little bit more as well? A little bit out of the way, Stoke.
Yeah, we had some good trips.
Not being a bit. Do you know what I mean? Stoke.
Yeah,
like, is
incognito.
there a lot going on up there.
Yeah. No, there's not much going up on in Stoke.
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah,
You're a little bit under the
we'd go
radar.
everywhere else, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose
Whether it's
so.
going to be
Coming
Manchester or
central.
Birmingham,
Yeah.
or trips abroad. But yeah.
What about coaching, management? Did you ever
So
consider that?
when I retired, didn't I? So I retired early. So I had two spinal surgeries.
How old was you, Steve, when you were
I was 35.
right? Okay.
35, nearly 36.
You call that early?
So, well, considering how I
you're-
could have gone to,
Really?
Jim, I would have played, like I was
40.
fit.
You was a
like,
40er?
Yeah.
Really?
I could have gone, and I would have dropped down the leagues.
Yeah,
I would have
of
done,
course.
because I love the game. Like I weren't one of them ones to go, I'll finish on high, like there.
Okay.
So, when I finished at Brighton, they were class. I've got to say, what a club that is.
Yeah.
Like, well run from top to bottom. And they obviously want to keep good people in the building. And he was like, look, we'll keep you, we'll make a roll up for you to be in the academy. And I was like, look, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it properly.
Yeah.
Because I think it's untowards the other academy coaches that are in there grafting. I said, so I wasn't going to go in one afternoon or one day. I said, right, I'll do it properly. So I was doing 2 full days, Tuesday and Thursday, and Monday and Wednesday nights.
Right.
So I was doing that along with the TV, because I remember, again, you get half scared when you talk to a few people when you're going to retire. They're like, just keep busy. Just keep a structure, keep busy, otherwise things can start happening. So I remember I've been a bit scared to
Right.
go, right, I'm going to do too much.
Right.
Which is what I've done.
Right. Okay.
So then I had the choice of going, right, do I do coaching or do I do TV or broadcasting? I was like, at the time with the kids a little bit younger, I wanted to be there for them. I miss so much when you're playing, Jim. You know, it's like you're away quite a lot, as much as you are home. But I thought I want to be there, enjoy that, and you can pick and choose when you want to work. Whereas the coaching at the time, you was full on. You was in.
Yeah.
So I've done the TV stuff and I loved it. But I've still kept my badges. I've revalidated them, and I think there's a part of me that wants to go back in.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me, and I actually see Lampsey the other day, I was chatting to him about it, was I don't think I can leave it at the training ground. So
What do you mean?
so like say for instance say I'm on the coaching staff, not a manager, say I'm on the coaching staff or I'm an assistant or whatever, or an academy coach. and we play on the Sunday or that night, I'd be like, right, fucking hell, come on, how do I get him playing, or why did we do that today? And I can visualise it now. The missus going, you're here, but you're not here.
Got ya.
So I don't think I could park it and just leave it there and go and deal with it the next morning. I'll be always the one to do, and that's what I ask the lads now. The ones that do, I go, how do you deal with that?
Right, gotcha.
So that's one element.
You don't want to be vacant for your family.
Yeah,
you want to be there.
That's it. But again, that's what probably drives. You see now the Artetas and all them. They're just
that's why they're
on
so
it
good.
the whole time.
They're going home thinking about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
They're living it at home.
Yeah.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. So there's an element of me that would like, I think, to get back involved, and that might be false with what I said earlier about the TV stuff and that side of it coming to a bit of a halt.
Do you think you'd be a number one, number two? Or depending on.
I think, and again, this is just looking at it from an outset, and I think I'd be very good as a manager.
Yeah.
I think I've got a lot of people skills, got a lot of empathy, and I know what's right and wrong, but I can deal with different people. But I don't think you can just be that now. I think you've got to be a head coach. I think the days of being a manager that will just dip in and out.
We was used to,
and having a head like your assistant, the coach.
Yeah.
Whereas I think now they're all head coaches, aren't they? Yeah. And I think to be at the highest level, you've got to be able to deal with load of scenarios, be proactive, and that might come to me if I did go in down there. That might you might grab that, but I don't know.
All right.
I don't know.
Who's your team? Who do you look out for first?
So, Chelsea. Support Chelsea. Yeah. So obviously signing for them was a dream come true.
Yeah, that
it really was. So it was my dad's team.
What was your dad? What did your dad say when you finally got a sniff of that and then it happened?
It was the best day.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I think I can remember when you went, and I remember all that day, and I remember they grabbed you. And
it was all left field. It was all like, obviously no one knew. It weren't even spoke about in the press. It was just, and the nicest thing. So people, obviously, you come out of football and you can always look back and you go, I've done nice things for people when you look after whatever. So a quick story with Dad. So when we was younger, he always used to love Harley Davidsons. Loved Harleys. So we go to Florida on holiday and go to Disneyland, and he'd go, we'd be by the pool, whatever, and he'd be like, can you hear that? We'd be in traffic and he'd like, you hear the bop, 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 and he'd go, he'd be like, do you hear that? Do you hear that? And he'd be looking out for him, and then he'd go, come on, let's go and have a little look at the Harley garage. So he had a few bikes when he was younger, but nothing major. And anyway, so he went to me, I'll never forget, tongue in cheek, he was in America, and I was 14, and he went to me, son, if you ever make it, all I ever want is a Harley, right? So I was like, all right, Dad, no worries. So the day I signed for Chelsea, I called him, I was like, Dad, where are you? He goes, I'm pricing some work up in town. I said, I'm signing a contract at Stamford Bridge, come over, sign it with me, we'll have the pictures done. So anyway, come over, Jose was there, Peter Kenyon, had all the pictures. So the ink ain't even dry on my contract, right? And there's a Harley garage over the road, Wars Harley Davidson. And we got in my car, I took him over there.
Mate.
Pick what one you want.
I love that.
What? And I was like, anyone. And
really?
So that's going back to
what?
I love that.
Yeah, lovely.
That's 2007. So what we're now, 2024. He's still got it now, and that bike is pristine.
Pride and joy.
Oh, mate, it's in the garage, and now he drives it everywhere now, everywhere. So where he plays golf is not far from me up at Kingswood.
Yeah.
And when we be in the garden, you can hear him coming, like 2 roads away. And so the kids are like, Pops is here, Pops is here. Like, he's going to go past, and so they run out. So
lovely.
It's nice. So I ended up getting one as well.
Yeah.
Not that time. I ended up getting one later down in my career. So we go out.
How about after you signed at Chelsea, he wasn't getting you up at 4:30 in the morning, was he?
That's all done. Don't worry.
But you used to have do you have a 3-wheeler as well? I remember you,
me,
Bridgie and Sean Wright Phillips.
So when I bought him that bike, I bought a Harley and then converted it and put 3 wheels on the back. It's stupid, really. You can't even go out on it, to be fair. So
really,
yeah,
because
I've got 3 wheels on the back. Well, 2 wheels on the back and then a normal one on the front. So it's a 3-wheeler basically. So I go out with my dad. He's going through traffic and I'm stuck in traffic. I'm like,
oh yeah, of course.
So I was like, this is pointless. So sorry, so Chelsea. I'll go with Chelsea, but obviously the Brighton fans probably don't know this, but I look out for Palace. I grew up in Croydon.
Right, okay.
I grew up in Croydon. Yeah. I used to go and watch Palace all the time as a kid. Righty was my hero, which is mad because obviously he's a striker. But Righty, I used to just love him.
Have you had him on the pod? Has he?
No, not even on the pod. No. No, he's done some bits for me before when I've called it, and brilliant.
He's
I've
class,
known
yeah.
Rye. We had mutual friends when I was growing up. So when I was coming through, he sort of looked after me when I was at Arsenal. When I was going to sign for Chelsea, he said he'd give me a bit of advice of stuff, because obviously Sean. But Rye, his enthusiasm, his personality, how bubbly he was. I just loved him. Loved him. And we still talk all the time now. So yeah, Palace is one that I look out for. I can't go there as much as I'd like, because I get absolute pelters.
Oh dear, yeah, of course, yeah, because of the Brighton thing.
All my pals are Palace fans, and I go, I'll go with you. They're like, mate,
What, have
no
Brighton
chance.
Palace got a thing then? Have they?
Yeah,
Really?
it's sort of, it's a weird rivalry. It comes from it comes from a game back in the day when
All went off.
yeah, it was managed at the time.
Alan Mullery
won, yeah, Alan Mullery.
It
Yeah,
started from that, and
all sort of
it's
stuff.
just escalated.
Do you remember when you were at Fulham? So you two were at Fulham.
How mad is this?
Yeah.
I know you're going to say. My kids, we had a chat about this the other day in the car. Can you believe this?
Do you want to tell the story? Because I'm really not very good at telling stories. So
is this when you clean the car?
right, so.
Here he goes. You've only told him.
No.
Is that the story, yeah?
I'll do this. So I used to do the show in Merse, Fantasy Football Club, and what we started doing was we'd get people at Sky, presenters and celebrities, footballers to pick their team, so they could sort of play along and they could be in our league. So, and then what I would do is we would say, right, my team will take on Siddy's team this week, and if I lose, I'll do a forfeit. It was called fantasy forfeits. So whoever loses had to do the forfeit. Yeah. So I lost. So my forfeit was to go and clean Steve's car at Fulham. Over to you, Steve.
Wow. So he come down, all the TV crew. I had a black Range Rover, wasn't it, at the time?
It was a very nice Range Rover, I remember, yeah.
It was a black Range Rover.
It was brand spanking? Was it pretty much brand spanking?
It was pretty much brand spanking new. So I hadn't long. So obviously you never know with these things when they're going to be, when he's going to turn up, when it's going to be penciled in. So I'd had it cleaned the week before, right? So I had it cleaned on the Thursday. He's called up on the weekend and gone, can we do it on the Tuesday? So I've gone, no, right, no worries. Drive in on the Tuesday, I'm thinking, this ain't even dirty, this car. Like, I can't just, like, for TV, I can't just let him turn up and give it a little. Yeah. So there's a mound of mud, wasn't there, in the corner of the car park. So I've gone, we need to go over there and just get out this mud, and started caking it on the car.
You did it? You put it on?
Yeah, so the kit man, wasn't it?
I don't know. I thought the players. So my reading of it was that the players knew I was coming in to do it, and they'd
no,
all right.
Players, no. So it was me and the kit man, right? So there's this big mound of mud right in the corner where like, looking back now, it's the most stupidest thing I've ever done. So we just drove my car right up to it. We were just getting all this mud, we were putting it on the car, we're just like smearing it, right?
And branches. I remember branches on.
That was on after,
you
right?
just tried to make it dirty.
Dirty, right? But so there's me and there's this like. I can't remember the kit man's name.
Wasn't Pudsey, was it?
No. So he's getting all this mud like in our hands, and we're just doing it. And as I'm doing it, I can hear he was like these scratch noises, and I mean, that don't sound healthy. So I've stopped, right? He's still going. He's loving his kit man. He's got mud all over him. He's caking all over the bonnet, down the side, on the roof. And I'm thinking, there's stones in this. There's little stones in this.
Grit in there and all kinds.
So we bring it back over. So we start the filming, didn't we? The little bits. He goes and takes it to this. So the long story of it was he was going to make it out like he'd cleaned it by hand, but he took it down to the car. Do you remember the car wash around the corner from the training ground?
Yeah.
He took it down there. He's brought his car back, right? Mate, there is scratches all over this car.
Could you see it? Did you think?
Well, so I think to this day, now sitting here, it's my fault. And he's fucking done it himself.
So that's the first time you've heard that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant.
I'm like,
was it proper scratch?
All this time, because I didn't.
Why did you? It's mud on the thing.
So I'll tell you. So what I started doing was I started like for the first
getting the heavy stuff off.
So Steve's there, and I'm like, I'll sort it, Steve. So I've got a bucket of water and all. I've got my overalls on, and I've got a sponge, and I'm sort of sponging everything off. And then I take it to the thing, that was sort of the gag. But then Steve said in the first, "Oh yeah, got a few scratches on it," and and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." And I was like,
you thought you'd done it with the sponge.
I thought I'd scratched it all when I'd done that.
Yeah. Was it bad? Like, did it need a repaint work?
No, it was gone. It was gone.
Oh no,
yeah.
you like
I was like, oh, you prat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great TV.
Right, and you've only just realised that.
Well,
listen.
I mean,
did you not weigh him in? No. Fucking binned him. Just scratched his motor up and that's
it. Did he? It was I think I'll scratch your car.
Yeah.
But it's great TV though. Cheers.
Yeah, all the best.
Great TV.
That's fantasy forfeits.
Brilliant.
Good item. That we should do it again. So, I think the interview's going well so far, and I think obviously we're going to have to speak to HR and stuff like that. Not in that way, but just to get you on the books and all that. But I think it's going quite well. But
we haven't got a guy in the books, to be fair. We can keep it.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Look, we'll sort it. Rates and everything. It's fine. Look, no one's getting paid, so don't worry about that. But if we are to give you this role as, what is the title of the role? El Presidente. He's El Presidente. I'm director of football. Yep. It would be head of.
No, he's a player.
Yeah,
he's
player.
A player, but I would just say like head of consortium.
Head of consortium. Yeah, I mean, you do with that what you will.
You're in charge of the music. I just want you running a change room. I've had a beer with you. You're a great lad. You can orchestrate that and just the main hub. You're the main hub of the change room. That's what we want.
Just need to sub that down though, Jim, into like a job description if we can, But you don't need to worry about that.
Consortium. What more do you want?
No, that's fine. I mean, I don't know what it means, but it's absolutely fine.
You don't know. I'm telling you. Don't undermine the president.
So what constitutes?
Soon get fucked off.
What constitutes, in your experience, a really top quality night out for professional footballers?
Okay, good night out. Well, first of all, you want all of them to be there.
Okay.
Yeah. You can't have half squad. You got to have
everyone there.
See?
All right. That's a given. Okay. So they got to stay for the whole night.
No.
But they're there.
Show yourself.
They're there for. If we're going for dinner, be there for dinner.
Yeah.
All right. What we do after that, you can slope off.
Right.
All right. So first of all, everyone's there. Everyone's weighing in for the bill. Don't be sloping off, going the old Irish goodbye. Just gonna just like, well, I'm gonna go for a wee and don't come back. None of that.
Does that happen?
Poor.
Yeah, we get a few.
Really?
Yeah, be surprised. You'd be surprised.
They'd soon get found out though, won't they? At a football club, surely.
Well, they're outed.
He's curbing it before it happens.
Yeah. Good.
So everyone's out. Everyone's partaking in the bill. Okay.
Yep.
We're going to go to an establishment where there's going to be some alcohol.
You sound like it's been already.
Okay. So there's going to be a few drinks flying around. You haven't got a drink. Everyone, horses for courses, but still, let's just get that one nipped in the bud straight away.
Vote? Are we having dinner?
We just had dinner.
No, you sort of skirted around it. But
No. So I would, if we talk about the perfect night out.
Yeah.
We're going to go at pre-drinks first.
Right. Okay.
All right. This is pre-dinner.
Prinks.
All right. We're in for prinks. Okay.
What, you call it? Prinks?
Prinks. Yeah.
Love it.
Then we're going to go for a bite to eat.
Okay.
Standard.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
What's standard for footballers?
None of this Asian fusion.
No, none of this Zuma or nothing like that.
No. We're just going steak and chips.
Oh, yeah. All right. That's all right. Mate,
he's going along with it. So as he's doing this, he's just going along with it, and I love this. Yeah, steak and jockeys whips. Yep. Joe Blake and jockeys. Yes.
I think we're going to go for drinks after that.
Yep.
All right, and then it's obviously going to end in the club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm one of them ones where I can partake in a nightclub.
Yeah.
All right.
He cracks me. What a legend!
I would say I wouldn't have.
I can partake.
I wouldn't have had you down as like a
No.
club. Not
No.
Clubber.
Yeah.
I'd think you maybe like
Sweat.
Oh, listen.
2 o'clock.
No.
No.
We're out.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We're out. Listen, my perfect one would just be a Sunday where it's an all-dayer, and then we'll just go home at a sensible time.
Yeah.
All right. And we'll see you for training Monday morning.
Yeah. Obviously, we probably
we're out.
won't be training. FC Bullard probably won't have training on the Monday.
No.
We'd just be like Sunday all round the table. Exactly what you bite. Nice.
That'd be my ideal
Yeah.
one. But you know, to string it out, we go to a club, and then I'm not one for all the sparklers and stuff though.
No.
If them and the boys want to get someone in, they can get
What, the
someone.
champagne and all that?
No,
No,
bring the champagne.
No, that's...
That's a ban.
Yeah.
Okay then, no
Can
giving.
we ban that?
Steve, this is why I want you
Yeah.
in. You got to like. Listen, I can pull up the rules being the president, but I need you. I want you to manage the change and ban.
Nah, well that's done then.
Sparkler's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to fit the environment and the culture
Sparkler's
we're bringing
gone.
into this club.
That's great. And now we're getting somewhere with this. What else are we banning? What else are we being strict about? Because I know you might not think it, but I am very big on rules, regulations, order, you know, people knowing their place.
Well, ban sparklers. I'll tell you another ban when you go in a nightclub. They all sit on the back of the chairs, don't they?
Yeah.
With their feet on the chairs. That's banned.
I'm not just talking about in the nightclubs. I'm talking about
No.
around the football club now. You know, like fines and you know, you have the spinning wheels, don't they now? So like, if you get the fine, you have to do fancy dress or whatever it is. And
Well, he's named a few, like not turning up, not paying the bill, not dipping in the bill.
okay,
Naughty.
yeah.
That's like, I think that's a fine in itself.
Yeah.
It'd almost be, for a club like ours, you're not welcome back to the club if you dip in bills. Do you know what I mean? How can I trust you if you dip in a bill and then have a 50-50 with you next day? It ain't going to sit right, yeah? We all talking on the same lines here?
absolutely.
Right, that's
Yeah.
cool with me.
I mean, we could go down the road that if you don't want to come, because some people would just find it uncomfortable doing it. They just pay their way.
Pay their way. So steak and
So-
chips are about 75 quid nowadays, isn't it? Your drinks are it's about 1.5, isn't it?
Well, it's more than that. You'd be safe. If you don't want to come, you've got to put what, £1,000 in.
What?
Make it-
Where are we going?
I think he's back in the Chelsea days.
No, because they'll soon come.
Oh, right, heavy duty.
They're
Right,
in there.
good.
They're in there.
Like that. That's good.
All right.
Yeah,
That's good. See,
Yeah.
that's excellent.
So you're putting a fine on if you're not coming,
Yeah.
basically. All right, that's it.
Yeah. Listen.
Any others?
Yeah. Go to a club, and then after that, it's if you want to go on one of the streets, you go on one of the streets.
All right.
Just don't be in the papers next day. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's you got to
Yeah.
dodge the papers on the way out, ain't you? Because we are going to be massive. Or we already are massive.
Do you miss the old days of like not having to do selfies all the time and
That's
stuff
some
like
good-
that?
That's some good
When
ones.
did you last sign an autograph, Steve? When did you last sign a good old-fashioned autograph?
The other day, actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was in Ireland.
Oh, let's spoil that,
Yeah.
innit?
What you doing in Ireland?
I was there for a 40th in Dungarvan.
Nice.
Near, Waterford. Yeah, it was nice.
Beautiful.
They-
Bit of golf.
They're
'Cause
nuts. It was a bit of golf, yeah.
you like your golf as well, don't you?
Oh, well,
you
listen,
just had. Let's talk about that. You had JT's foundation day yesterday.
Brilliant.
Mustard. What was it like?
Really good. Really
Yeah?
good. At the
A
Grove.
few faces there, weren't there? I see
Oh,
on socials.
Just, mate, the auction. 4-ball Queenwood with Justin Rose.
Oh, that's a hell of a dig. Oh, what'd that go for? Do you mind me asking? You can best not, just in case. But I know he
I'll tell you
raised.
after.
Yeah, I know he raised 200k plus.
I think there was
If
over
they come up-
300.
Was it really?
Over 300 for the whole thing.
That's unreal.
What a day.
Yeah.
There was a auction prize, a six-a-side at the Chelsea training ground against me, Ashley Cole, JT, Lampsey, Carlo
Oh,
Colaccini,
what a
Zola,
prize. That's epic.
Yeah.
Joe Cole. Yeah, that was a good one.
That's a brilliant prize.
Yeah, the golf. If I'm head of socials and that, we're drumming. Make sure we sign lads that.
That's what I
We've got some
mean, like a
golfers.
little golf squad, yeah.
Yeah,
All
good
right.
golf squad.
Okay. And could you do, before, obviously, look, we'll have a chat whether you're in or not. I think we
We do this every week,
think-
mate. You know, it's like we pretend.
I think-
you know.
we're yet to turn anyone away, so I think you're pretty safe. But is there any chance that you could get your mate Crouchy on for us on the channel?
Always have a word, mate.
Can you have a word?
Of course.
Is that all
He's
right?
elusive, isn't he?
Because
He's
if you
very
ever
hard
want
to
someone
get-
on a night out, he's your man as well.
Well, yeah.
What is he like on a night out? Is he absolutely?
he's just-
Is he a must-have? As a
brilliant.
football club, have we got to go out to get him, Sidders? And is he
Oh, he's a
available
must.
to us? Do you reckon?
Yeah, he's a must. He's
Yeah?
the number one signing.
and he'd be in that
he's-
consortium. What we're saying, like,
Oh, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what he's like.
Oh,
he
well,
is
look.
what he is.
We've just. I need more from you, Rob. I'll be honest with you. I do. Like,
In what respect?
Well, go and get the guests on. Like,
Oh, right,
I've
yeah,
slammed
yeah,
Crouchy, and
yeah.
he's lovely, and I love Crouchy, but I've asked him 3-4 times. You know when it gets a bit much, and I've got so much respect for Crouchy.
It's interesting that because
I don't want to ask him
we
anymore.
want you to come on the pod as well.
Well,
So like, we could just have a transfer day.
Yeah.
We could just, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what I mean. That's.
do you want to do it today? Mate, I'm there. Can you sort that out, please?
Listen, I'll go back to the big man. right?
Even if, just ask big man. We take our cameras to theirs. He might not like travelling, Crouchy. Well, we'll make it as easy for the big man.
London Bridge, it's half a mile away.
No, you know what he's like. He'll say yeah and swan off. Just get it to him. Yeah? Can we do that? We need Crouchy on Sidders. Make it happen. We do a transfer day. Happy days. I'll be there for you, whatever you want. Yes,
I don't see no reason why not.
Yeah.
I think it's just for that.
I think so, yeah.
Right, so You're in.
You're in.
It's a pleasure.
Are you happy?
Delighted.
I don't know whether you'll be able to buy your old man Harley Davidson on the back of this, but you might be able to get him a yo-yo or something. Is there anything you want from us? Can we give you anything to make your life easier? What would you like? In the change room, night out, anything?
Can't get you Oasis tickets, mate.
Can you not?
No.
I'd like to put the boots back on just to give it one last hurrah.
Okay. You need some boots?
No, I've got boots.
Are you going to be playing?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's it. That's what I want. Just get the boots back on.
Yeah. Captain? Skipper?
Joey's captain.
Is he?
No, I don't know if Mark there. No.
Joey's captain. I said Joey's captain.
Yeah.
There's no. You're direct.
I think he's a triple threat, though. I think we can develop him into. Sorry, I know you're sitting there, but I think we can develop him into a coach as well. I think he could really, look to.
But you have to run that past Mark White.
And media. He's very media savvy.
He's mustard.
Very media savvy. So he's a triple threat. So we'd love to welcome you on board.
Delighted. Just delighted to get this out.
When we have a game come up, don't bin us.
I'm delighted to get this one over the line.
Lovely. Thank you so much for your time. Class guest. Love the stories. Love talking about your career. I really did love talking about your career. It was nice to reminisce a little bit back in the day.
That's some great.
It was lovely.
There's loads of stuff that I didn't know, obviously, about the car, but about the other stuff, Vieira, boots. I didn't know any of that. I love all that.
Yeah, so there you go.
Love all that stuff.
Good.
Mate.
Stevie Sidwell, everyone. See you next Tuesday.
Steve Sidwell.
Yeah.
There's not a person in football or
that looks
in life, that would have a bad word to say about him.
Great lad.
If you've got a bad word to say about Steve Sidwell,
let us know.
Get in touch on the socials. I don't think anyone has.
No, I love Steve. His stories are brilliant. I didn't know that about Vieira. He's cleaned his boots. I've never heard him say that before.
You forget
stories like that.
What an amazing career he had.
Amazing.
And so unfortunate that he was cut short, but played massive clubs, and he's just and so well connected, and he's just like just a mint lad, and obviously was popular because he's social sec.
Yes.
So that means
he's got a great little gig in the FC Bullard club.
Well, I mean, we should really get him onto the Christmas party then. If he's social sec, he needs to be heavily involved in that. And that party now, thanks to Lost Lager, is going to be a wonderful evening, which is taking place on. I'm going to see if you were listening. When is it, Jim?
It's on the 6th. Well, I ain't going to forget. It's on the 16th of December, which is on a Monday. Yeah. Times will be coming to you all soon, and it's at a weird theatre that sounds like it's on Harry Potter. What's it called?
The Vaudeville.
Vaudeville.
Not the Voldemort.
Oh right, okay. That's
right. If that helps you to remember it.
And there you go again. Take a piss.
So. We'll see, right? We'll see.
We will see.
Anyway, thanks for joining us. If you would like any information or any questions, get in touch with us on your socials, at FC Bullard, or email us.
Crowd Network.
No. Name of the podcast.
Oh, yeah. FC Bullard, Crowd Network.
At
FC Bullard, at Crowd Network. .co.uk.
Smashed it.
Gotchas.
You nail it every time, don't you?
FC Bullard, No. FC Bullard.
We had it.
I've got to get it right now for him. FC Bullard at crowdnetwork.co.uk. Boom.
Beautiful. If you want to get in touch with us on the socials, you could let us know what you'd like to see at the live show.
Oh, I like what you've done there.
Yeah.
Give them the opportunity to maybe impact the show. I'm sitting there thinking, wow, what? We've got a lot of work to do here.
Yeah, we have.
What are you thinking? Give them a few examples, do you think?
Big name guest.
Right.
Big name band.
Oh, we're going to have a band?
Well, why not?
Okay.
Music performer.
Oh, we're going big.
Oh, yeah. We're doing a show, aren't we?
Oh, shit.
We're having a party, but we're putting on a show.
Can we have some games?
What sort of games?
Can you help us out with some games?
Party
and
games.
Then anything else that you want to see, what would you like? Make an evening of it. Please get involved. Tickets are on sale very soon.
Now.
The tickets are on sale.
Even sooner than that.
Now. Literally now.